friends, welcome back to another at-home PE with me, Miss Highland. Hope you guys are staying happy, healthy, and hopeful. All right, so it's a beautiful sunny day, and I have to say I have a lot of energy today. So let's start with a meditation half minute. Let's start with one of our breathing exercises, which we learned last week. Alternate nostril breathing. It helps balance both sides of your brain. So remember, we inhale and then exhale, alternating nostrils, alternate nostril breathing. Last week we used two different hands. Today, you can still use two different hands, but maybe you want to challenge yourself and use two different fingers on one hand. It really requires a lot of brain work, but it's good for you. And even if you mess up, you just keep trying and you get way better at it. And the more you practice, the better you'll be, right? All right, guys, so first blow all the air out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose and then blow all of the air just out of your nose. So seal your lips when you blow it through your nose, but not too hard. Remember, if you have kind of a cold or some allergies, you might want to blow your nose before this, or you could just breathe through your mouth with your eyes closed. So let's get started. So inhale and blow out. Inhale. And then you're going to close one nostril and leave one open and exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale. I'm ending on an exhale because I have a lot of energy and I need to calm down a little bit. Maybe you end on an inhale because that brings energy into your body. Okay. So nice alternate nostril breathing. Maybe you still use two different fingers on two different hands, or maybe you try with one hand using two different fingers. Let's get started with our locomotors. So today our locomotors are, and let's see if you can remember, a jog like we always do, shuffle, lateral moving, DCs, remember that's going from dog to crab, running person, and then 180s, which we learned last week. Running person, and then 180. All right, guys, let's get started. Jogging. Remember, if you have a lot of energy with your jog, you might want to do high knees super fast. I cannot do it because my knees are not that good. Maybe you want to do butt kickers, or bottom kickers, I should say. Those are fun too. If you get tired of just doing a jog for a warm-up. And again, you can move your arms however you like. Crisscross, circles, up and down. We have so many ways we can move our arms. And the next one is a shuffle. Side to side, lateral shuffle. Shuffle. All right. Remember, try to stay low if you can. But if you need to stand up, it's okay. And then the next one is DCs. Dog to crab. Dog to crab. And if you're looking for a challenge, instead of going dog to crab, you can do plank, the reverse plank, trying to keep your body straight, plank, to reverse plank, and then go back. Plank, to reverse plank, or dog to crab is fine. Excellent. And then the next one, running person. Remember that's switch feet. And go. Remember, your arms can go parallel at the same time or opposite. And then finally, 180s. Remember, that's like a half of a circle turn, not a whole circle, but half. So if you start facing this way, you want to end up facing this way. And if you're going to use it 184, you want to add the squat. But if you're just wanting to turn 180 degrees, that's fine too. squat's a little more challenging. Then up to you and how much energy you have. Nice work. Go get a swallow, sip of water, and we'll be back here for our circuit. Are you back? How was your swallow of water? Cold? Room temperature? Hopefully cold. So for our service today, we're not using our weights. I think you guys have had enough training, enough weight training. You know some basic moves. So one day when you get to go to the gym or the conditioning room at school, you'll know what to do with those weights, not just move them any old way. So today we're going to do something called squat thrusts. We're going to do 4 squat thrusts and then dancing crab. 2 new moves. So a squat thrust, almost like a burpee, but not. So some of you might already know a burpee. A squat thrust is where you squat, jump your feet back, jump your feet forward, and just stand. So squat, and if that's too hard to jump your feet back and jump your feet forward, you can always step back. So you can squat, step, forward, forward. Okay? So if jumping's too much, you can step it. So we're doing 4 of those, and then we're going to do 4 dancing crabs. So we all learned crab a lot in preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade. So dancing crab is, you're in crab, but you are going to, with one hand, try to touch the opposite toe. Not the same leg or toe, the opposite, and then you're going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's dancing crab, but it's also kind of like a break dance move, so it's really fun to do. All right, you guys ready? So 4 squat thrusts, and then 4 dancing crabs, and we'll do that 2 times. All right, we are starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 dancing crabs, touching the opposite leg or knee or toe if you can. 2, 3, 4. All right. 4 squat thrusts. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. They're so fun, aren't they? 4. And then dancing crab. Touching opposite knee, leg, anywhere, or toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you guys, so for today, you're gonna need a ball, depends on where you're at. A ball about the size of a volleyball, or a volleyball if you have one. If you're indoors, you might have a stuffed animal you can use. I have my avocado. Or maybe you made one, a tissue paper ball. Or you can use it inside like on rainy days and stuff. And we're gonna practice our volleyball skill of underhand serving. I know we did it in gym, but it's good to review it because we want to remember the right technique. All right, so we'll get a swallow of water and meet me back here. All right, so you guys have your ball, safe indoor homemade tissue paper ball, or your stuffed animal. Let's just do some warm-up with the ball first, okay? So we're just gonna start with going side to side, moving side to side, switching hands. Okay, and if you can go a little faster. And bring your arm back, just to warm up a little bit. Great, you guys, great. Now you're gonna hold it in 2 hands and twist. Twist side to side. Your feet don't move much, this is just for your upper body. Good. And now you're gonna bring it behind and forward in one direction. And if this is easy, you could try to do it with your eyes closed, which feels different and works a different part of your brain. And then you can go back the other way. And one way might be easier than the other. All right. So now we're going to go around our legs together. So around in one direction. And you start slow, and then eventually you can go faster. And then you go the other way. All right, now we're going to do figure eights. One way is always easier than the other. At least that's what I find. So you're going to open your legs up a little bit, like a straddle. And then you're going to go in between, around, forward. Back, around, bring it forward. Back, around, bring it forward. Back, switch hands, around and forward. And most of you guys are pretty good at this. You can always do it. But now try to do it the other way. You kind of have to think. It's a little, sometimes you have to think a little bit more about it. And then eventually, your brain's making new connections. Your body is too, your muscles, and it'll remember it. It'll be easier every time you do it. All right. So we're going to talk about underhand serving. So these are some things we've talked about before. It might look weird because I am right-handed, but I'm going to show you using my opposite hand so it doesn't look confusing you. So underhand serving, you're going to hold the ball straight in front of your shoulder. You don't want it over here. You don't want it out here. You don't want to have it up here. You don't want it way down here, okay? Look where it is. Almost where my shoulder is, maybe a little lower. And it's not to the side. It's not across my body. It is slightly across my body because that's the hand I'm going to be hitting with. So you want the ball, you have to think about it, over to the shoulder or the arm you're going to be using. So if it's over here, you're going to cross and it's going to be a bad serve. It's going to go over to the side and not count. So you want it to go straight, straight. So if your ball is here, that's straight for this arm, but you're using this hand and arm. You want to move it over just a little bit, and then you're going to pop it up and try to catch it. There are two ways you can hold your hand in underhand serve. I prefer one way, but other people are more comfortable with a different way. You can hold it like this and hit with this part of your hand. To me, that's bumpy, so the serve sometimes can ricochet off your thumb, but if you keep your thumb to the side, it's a little more of a flat serve. I like to do this, because for me, this is a nice flat surface. I have a little more control. It's up to you. You see what works best for you. But the really important thing is the hold, where you hold the ball. If it's over here, you're going to swing your arm, it's going to go around. You hold your ball over here, and you just can't do it. And if you hold your ball way up here, it's going to go behind you. And if you hold it too low, it's going to just go low. And the volleyball wants to go high and forward. Remember, the really important thing with this is how you hold your hand and notice. Take time to notice what you're doing. You're hitting. Your thumb's sticking out. It's not going to probably bounce nicely. It will make it go where you want it to go. So notice where your thumb is and how you like to hold it. And you don't want to have a bent elbow. Try to keep it straight. Kind of think of a golf club. It's like a tee. Your arm is like the tee for the ball. And you're just going to pop it up. Yep. But notice you cross slightly over. And then usually you can do it. Some of you like to toss it and try to hit it. You can try that. I prefer to hold it and then pop it off. And it's a little more control. So have fun practicing your volleyball. If you're inside, these are some things I like to do since I'm inside. But outside, go out and serve away. I like to pick a chair, put a blanket on it, and I use my indoor ball, and I just try to serve, getting it right on the chair, right on the chair. So that's not about power, that's more about control and accuracy, which is also important. So if you can get it and you're close, maybe go a little farther away. Whoa, Miss Highland, I was holding it across. Look what happened. Terrible, terrible. That's okay. I'll try again. Ooh, see? We all can use practice. So anyway, guys, have fun practicing underhand serving. Remember where you hold that ball with the hand you don't write with, the hand you don't draw with. You're not strong hand. That's the ball hand when you're serving. So move it over to your strong hand, whichever one that might be. because that's the one you're going to hit with. All right, you guys? So fun. Volleyball, one of my favorites, as you know. And see you again, and hopefully you're outside playing now that the weather's getting better, and enjoy. And have fun practicing your alternate nostril breathing. It's just a fun thing to do. Happy day. See you soon.